Parts of Thiruvananthapuram's coastline, Veli and Shanghmugham, have been affected after an oil spill from the Travancore Titanium Products Ltd, a public sector undertaking. This took place on the early hours of today. Parts of the beach have been made off-limit for the public now. The company, according to the Pollution Control Board, has been temporarily shut down post this.
We're coming to you from Veli. This is within the Thiruvananthapuram limits, very close to the city. But what you can, this is the shore as it would be. But what you can see, these black remains that you see here, this is the remains of the oil spill that happened from the Travancore Titanium Products Ltd, a public sector undertaking. This happened early on Wednesday, but according to officials, the public sector undertaking as such did not inform of this spillage, and it was only the fishermen who informed all the officials. So that is one of the lapses being looked into. This oil spill is basically furnace oil, which is used by the public sector undertaking. What is perhaps what Pollution Board is saying is that because of high tide, this oil spillage hasn't moved into the sea. It's largely restricted to the seashore or to the shoreline, as it would. The damage assessment is being done. Pollution concerns, of course, major sand that has been contaminated. It needs to be taken away to an isolated area, and then it would be taken into a refill area, used as a land refill in land that is not being used. The titanium company, the public sector undertaking, has been closed for operations. Fishermen have been also protesting, demanding for compensation. This whole area, the shoreline, parts of the shoreline, whether it be Thiruvananthapuram, Shanghmugham, has been made off limits for the public, even as this restoration work is going on. Well, let's also talk to some of the family members who live here. David. In the jolly Kadal. He's a fisherman. He goes to the sea. Idinte karanam ippam kadalottu onnu povan pattunnilla. Kadalil povan sadikilla. Ipo kadalil ivarkku poganonnum pattathilla. Avarangane pogandennu paranjirikiyanu. So the fishermen can't go into the sea. For now, there are orders not to go into the sea. There's also orders for public not to come into these affected areas as long as this restoration work is done. Well, the oil spill which has affected Veli and Shanghmugham, part of the coastline of Thiruvananthapuram, has raised a lot of concerns. Joining me right now is Mr. Pradeep Kumar. He is the chairman for the Pollution Control Board in Kerala. Thank you for talking to NDTV.
What happened was some furnace oil, which they were using as fuel, it got leaked into the effluent discharge point and it came out to the sea. But luckily that time it was high tide, so it actually has not entered to the sea. It affected the shoreline, about 4 to 5 kilometers. Okay. And immediately we have started, we gave directions to the company, and now they have started removing it. By today evening it will be possible they are removing it to a secure area, the under affected sand. But the livelihood of the people there have been affected, so that is why an agitation is going on there. Pollution, much of it has not happened because it was only about 5,000 litres. What the company says, if it is true, we are checking on
5,000 litres of that has been leaked.
That has been leaked. But it didn't go to the sea. Like I said, the Coast Guard also, we alerted the Coast Guard. They went there and they have seen that it has not affected the sea. It has come to the shoreline. So the shore, about 4 to 5 kilometers have been affected. Now we are removing the contaminated sand, and the company is closed for the time being. Now we will be permitting it to operate only after the entire contamination is removed. And the environmental damage, everything, we will be assessing it. That it will take some time.